Hello, this is Nelson Pañarrera and this is another live connection, live from Sullana in Peru. Well, as you maybe have followed on my Facebook account and all my social media, on Wednesday, October 5th, 2022, we felt an earthquake here in Sullana, exactly about 8 miles to my left. It was the epicenter, and it was 6.1 magnitude and 6th intensity quake that shook the whole provinces of Sullana and Paita. This is in Piura department in northwestern of Peru. Well, the story that I want to tell you today is not about the aftermath of the quake, but the weird things that happened before the quake. And I want to get focused on three stories about friends, colleagues, partners, and people and followers of mine. And okay, I'm going to tell you the stories and you rank them. So here we go with the first one. My friend and partner in Chulucana City, Chulucana's gem publisher John Gomez, was sleeping, and he heard that some music was sounding outside his home, and he thought that it was 6 o'clock in the morning, and he got dressed because he supposed the day was up to start, and immediately he dressed, okay, and when he checked out his cell phone, he noticed it was 2:29 a.m. 2:29 a.m. For the record, the quake happened on 3:26. Yes, 3:26 a.m. local time. This is 0826 GMT. Well, then he noticed it was so early, too early, and he returned to the bed. Well, he was up to fall asleep when the soil and the land started to rumble and started to sound like this. Then it started to shake. Then he take out his bed, and he take out his bedroom, and he sleeps in a second floor. So he go down the stairs so fast, and he went out his home. In Chulucanas, it rains a lot because it's a low pressure zone. And the interesting thing is that the sidewalks in that city are so high respect to the lane, because as it rains, the lane becomes a little creek or a little river. So the sidewalks used to be so high, maybe, I don't know, 1 feet maybe, or 1 feet and 10 inches. And the worst thing is, how did John do not to step down and maybe crack anyone? Well, he's an athlete, so he knows how to do it. The second story was about my colleague here in Sullana City, Carlos Chavez, whom I went to the epicenter zone the same day that the soil trembled, and he has a female dog, a big female dog, maybe a medium female dog, and this female dog used to be so quiet. Usually, it used to be so quiet, and that overnight, the dog started to bark at the street. Carlos supposed that somebody was outside, so he tried to take a look at the street, and he realized there was nobody. Yeah, there was nobody, and then he said, "Okay, why you are barking so that way?" And he returned to his bed. But the weird thing is that the dog started to pull Carlos from his pantyhose, trying not to get into the bedroom. And Carlos supposed the dog was trying to play. You know, the pets are so funny, and they like to play sometimes. Well, but then Carlos was so sleepy, and he wanted to return to bed. Well, and he said, "The dog, please don't play at this moment because I want to sleep." But the dog insisted and tried Carlos not to enter his bedroom. Anyway, Carlos entered his bedroom and he started to sleep. Okay. Carlos was up to fall asleep when the soil started to rumble, then started to shake, and Carlos obviously get out his bedroom. Well, other story. The third story. Okay, this story is from Piura City. Our friend Orlando Paez, who is a musician and who wrote a beautiful article on Factor Tierra about what is the music. He lives in a third floor in Piura downtown, and he was feeling several nights before that it's gonna shake, it's gonna shake, it's gonna shake, and he had that feeling, but he didn't understand why, the reason why, and this feeling was stronger Monday and Tuesday. Remember, the quake was on Wednesday overnight, and that feeling was chasing him. And finally, on Wednesday overnight, the land started to shake. And remember, Orlando lives in a third floor. His first reaction was to evacuate, but as it was 3 floors above, the only he decided to do was put under the mark of a door and tried to wait for the quake to finish. That, well, finally it happened because the quake just lasted about 20 seconds, no more. And well, the weird thing is that feeling, because Orlando has not a dog. He lives with his cousins, and there was no other indication about the possibility of a quake. Well, and those are three freaky stories about what happened before the quake. Maybe the dog is possible to explain, because there are many studies and surveys that say that the animals used to preview the disasters and react with a typical behavior to warn the possibility of a disaster or a quake, maybe a volcano, or maybe the rain, a storm. Maybe the animals are interesting to study on that way. For example, in 1991, when the big eclipse of Mexico happened, for example, many animals went to sleep before the moon started to hide the sun, and that eclipse happened at noon local time. Well, for example, you have an interesting thing. But what about John and what about Orlando? How we can explain those reactions? There is a tradition here that says that 3 o'clock in the morning is a heavy hour. I don't know if in your country or in your region this is similar, but here in Piura there is a tradition, there is a tale, another tradition that many people consider, especially in places surrounded by rural areas, by the countryside. Well, and those are stories before the quake. I don't know if you have similar stories before a quake, maybe in the place you live, for example, in California and all the west coast of the US, or maybe Italy, or maybe Japan, or maybe, well, Mexico, zones that are usually slammed by quakes. If you had a story before a quake, please share me at the comments of this video, no matter the platform you receive this video, maybe on Facebook, maybe on Instagram, or maybe on YouTube, and comment me, share your story, and maybe we can find a pattern about what happened before a quake. Well, this is my live connection for today. I'm Nelson Peña Herrera from Sullana in Peru, and I say bye-bye and take care, and remember, I'm expectant about your comments, about your suggestions, and about all the interesting content you want I can show you on the screen. So bye-bye, take care, and I read you on the social media.